Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. We're live. We're live again. Cool. Cool. We're live. All right. I'll wait for people to pop in. To come on and pop in. Let me. I'm trying something different tonight, y'all. See, bear with me. Um, here we go. Okay. I'm trying something different tonight with the software. So bear with me. And we're going to talk about health tonight. If you remember last night on my personal Facebook page, I was out at this little mini concert thing. It was pretty cool. And one of the things that I brought up was celery juice, and especially dealing with COVID-19, and some of the things that you can do with your children, and have your children, have your parents, have your grandparents, and yourself, what you can do to strengthen your immune systems. Just it's not expensive. The most expensive thing is getting the juicer. You can get a juicer probably like on the $60, something like that. I know we didn't break the bank getting a juicer, but it's celery juicing. Celery, yeah, celery juice. We're just gonna cover right quick the benefits of it. Just the benefits of it. It's a little small, cheap stuff that you can do yourself and not break the bank, and you can strengthen your immune system, through this COVID-19, and just make a habit of it, especially if your body is full of toxins and stuff like that. You can easily, do stuff like that. Also, we're going to cover oil pulling. I like coconut oil pulling. That's another cheap thing that you can do to cleanse your mouth and as well as whiten your teeth. A lot of people want their teeth white. They drink a lot of coffee and they get that coffee stain on your teeth. So we're gonna wait till a few. Oh, Daniel, what's up, man? You're back. He's in. He said, I'm in. Daniel said, I'm in the house. I wonder why I see your picture. But anyway, things that I'm in the house. So, anybody else in, you can just type up, hey, say hello. Don't be shy. And we're going to cover that. We're going to cover the benefits of it. We're going to start with celery juice, and then we're going to talk about oil pulling. Oh, Lisa. Lisa Paris. Hello, Lisa. Lisa said, hi. Hi, Lance. Hello, Lisa. Do you have any experience with oil pulling or celery juice? Daniel, Lisa, anybody? Or do you have any home, old school remedies that were passed down and it works? It works. Like oil pulling, I know that works. Celery juice, I'm realizing that works. I have been juicing celery for almost 2 months now, about a month and a half, maybe. I started like mid July, and I know mid June, so this July, so month and a half, something like that. Just type down if you have anything to share. But stuff that we can do to strengthen our immune system. She said no, but I'm interested. She said no. Lisa said no, but I'm interested. Okay, so we're gonna cover that. So you may want to get your pen and your pad on that. And it's cheap. It's really cheap. But you have to get organic. So it don't have all that crap in it. Um, Lisa and Daniel as well. Um, Celery, organic celery. If you have a juicer, that would be the most expensive thing is the juicer. You can get a juicer at what they call it, kitchen, bed, bath. Like their little kitchen store. I forgot the name of it, but we have a Beneville juicer, and it comes in pretty good. It's not that expensive. Um, Watch the show Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead on Netflix. This guy showed his weight, how he was, and he juiced. He went on I think a 30-day juice cleanse, something like that, and it changed his life. You saw his blood. He had his blood work done, and everything got better. So let's get into it. I usually I wait a minute, but since we're past a minute, a lot past a minute, we're gonna get into it. Okay, Lisa. All right. Benefits or of celery juicing, just celery juicing. If you make that your breakfast in the morning, tell you what it does. First of all, it is make you feel full. And so that cuts in, that works right into you dieting right there. It makes you feel full. Why? Why is the question? You need to drink at least 16 ounces of it. At least get a good 8 ounce, but 16 ounces is the sweet spot. But get at least 18 ounces. You can do it at least half of it. And celery is cheap. Like the other day, yeah, Daniel said, I put celery, onions, and radish and a chopper and make a puree. Oh, cool. Then put it in the salad. All right, all right. Lisa said, my immune system is bad, Lance. The autoimmune disease. I'm sick a lot. Okay, well, you're in the right place tonight. Thank you for sharing, Daniel and Lisa. Um, I gotta try that with the radish. I haven't tried. I tried with the celery, the onions, and I haven't tried it with the radish though. And no, I haven't tried that. I gotta try that. Okay, appreciate that, man. So this is what celery juice does. Now, everything I say, go and do your own research on it, and you'll see the same thing. So it can just strengthen your faith, and they don't tell you about the cheap stuff. They want to stick a pill down your throat all the time, right? Which usually has a side effect. You know, okay, celery juice number one is going to make you feel full, so it works into your diet. Number two is it balances your blood sugar level. It balances the blood sugar in your body. It balances it, right? Celery juice. See, celery is a natural herb. It's a herb. When you look it up, you'll see that celery is an herb, right? So also it maintains your health, the healthy cholesterol levels in your body. It maintains that healthy cholesterol level. So that's a good thing. So you have making you feel good, because you're feeling full. You're not eating so much, so you're naturally losing weight. You're diet. It's kind of like you're dieting, right? Without trying. And then it balances your sugar levels, right? Your sugar levels. It balances that for all the sweet eaters and people that have diabetes and stuff. It helps balance the sugar levels, as well as maintain your cholesterol level also. We need that. Everything high in cholesterol these days, especially if you like fried food. And then also what it does is, this is the good part. Listen, Lisa. All right, you listening? Make sure you listening now. Give me a thumbs up. Send me a thumbs up or something that you're listening. You're still on, okay? Lisa. So this is the good part. What celery juice also does, I hope you're there, is it feeds the good bacteria in your gut. That's what it does. It feeds the good bacteria in your gut, and it boosts your immune system. It from the gut. So your gut down here houses a lot of poop. I mean, it end up having a lot of poop down there, but it feeds the good bacteria. You have bad bacteria, you have good bacteria, but it feeds it. It's basically giving the good bacteria in your body a booster shot, to get rid of all the bad shit, in your body. To be honest, get rid of all the bad crap, in your body. And also, what it does also is it nourish and cleanse your he said Daniel said she said my immune system okay, Daniel said when I was 27 years old. Ooh, Jesus, let's put this up here. I forgot to put it. I was reading it before I put it up. Daniel said that when I was 27 years old, I was 350 pounds. I went vegetarian and lost 100. You lost a whole person. You lost a whole person right there. That's a person. He said I lost 150 pounds in a year. Whoa. So you take 150 and divide it by 12, you're gonna get what, that many pounds per month. I mean, he was rolling now. You took massive action. And then he said, I was a vegetarian for 25 years. Wow, wow, that's awesome. And he said, I just went back to eating meat 2 years. But still love the veggies. Yeah, yeah, you going back. You gonna go back. 25 years, you going back. Dan, you going back. You going back to being a vegetarian. Nothing wrong with it. But that barbecue was calling you probably. It either was fried food or barbecue. Which one was it? Something got you on steak. You probably a steak man. Just teasing you. But anyways, back to you, Lisa. It feeds your liver. Your liver. What it does is celery juice. It strengthens your liver and help purify it. Cause your liver, it had to go. You're drinking coffee in the morning. If you are, I don't drink coffee, but I have my hot chocolate every now and then. But if you're drinking coffee in the morning, um, and then if you have alcohol beverages or you have a soft drink, stuff like that, the kidney is constantly being punched. I mean the liver is constantly being punched left and right. It needs some help. So stuff like that, celery juice is a book that I recommend for you. If you probably heard of it. It's called the medical medium. Just Google it and do your research on it. Especially if you have a lot of autoimmune diseases. It boosts that guy is all he called the medical medium, and everything is natural that he talks about. It's all natural stuff that you can juice, and one of the main thing is celery juice, and you have several testimonies of people just saying, you know. This celery juice thing really works. It helped my life. He did it to his relative that was in hospice care, just juicing celery and got him out of there. Stuff like that. So I never knew this. Wow. They don't tell you that because they want you, they big pharma wants your money. They don't want you to something simple as celery. And celery is a herb. So you taking a herb in your body. Just do your research, just check it out yourself. It just strengthens your faith that, that this guy Lance, he knows what he's talking about. I checked it out myself. Something as cheap as celery. I bought um, three things of celery today. Three things of celery. And it was 1.99. Organic. Get the organic celery. That's the catch. Organic celery. Because they put all this, stuff inside of the other type of celery. But organic celery was 1.99 at Sprouts. I went and got three things of it because now I have about 5 packs of celery in the refrigerator, and just juice celery. That's my breakfast in the morning now. And hot lemon water. Hot lemon water also. Let me tell you what that does. She says, "Haha, I'm drinking coffee now." You're putting toxins in your body. All day long, and you wonder why you got all the all day long. Daniel telling on himself. He said I used to go to Burger King. Let me put it up here. He said I used to go to Burger King and get three triple cheeseburgers, three large fries, a, a chocolate shake, and three apple pie in one sitting. I can quickly put yes or no in one sitting. What? Let me read this again. Make sure I'm reading this right. It wasn't any typos in this one. A, I used to go to Burger King and get three triple cheeseburgers. Three, he said I get three triple cheeseburgers. I'm making sure I'm reading this right. Three large fries, a chocolate shake, and three apple pies. You love the number three. Three, three, three. You love that number three. Wow. In one sitting? Ooh, you eating for three. And that's another three. But anyway, Lisa, thank you for sharing, Daniel. Wow, man, you done came a long way. Long way, brother. Um, anyway, Lisa, what you do is get that celery juice so you can offset it. Offset it. Drink a lot of water. At least, you've been told to drink 8 ounces of water a day, right? Really, you drink half your weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you drink 50 ounces, you know, of water. That's really the sweet spot. But at least eight ounces of 8 ounces glasses of water. Now the lemon water, what lemon does to water is it alkalizes the water. That's what lemon does. If you get warm lemon water in the morning, what it does is the warm lemon water, just fresh squeezed lemon, it alkalizes. Just do your own research, you'll see it. It alkalizes the water. So the water have a higher pH. So when you drink it, it can help the body more. It has a higher pH in it. Then the higher pH, the better. That's why like bottles like Fuji water is so expensive because it has a higher pH. Plus, it's shipped from Fuji. Fiji water. So it's shipped from Fiji, so it has a higher pH also. That's what it because it has a high. It's more alkalized water. So that's one of the things with celery juice. What else with celery juice? It helps reduces your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes help reduce that. Daniel said in one sitting. What? Daniel, you lying. I would not believe you, man. What? Sandy? Jesus, Daniel, you wasn't loving yourself, man. You then he said I drank a 30. Now he put a 2 in it because it was three triple cheeseburger, three large fries, and then at least he got one chocolate shake. He was being modest. And then three apple pies. Ooh, Jesus. You had a feast. And then he said I choke it down with swallow it down with a 32 ounce of water a day. No. He drank that now. I'm sorry. I got you wrong. He said yes. He used to when he was 300 and I had to scroll back up. He was 350 pounds. He used to eat that much, But now he said I drank 32 ounces of water a day. So he going in. That's what I'm talking about. He taking massive action. And then he said, and yeah, but he did all of that in one setting, and now he went 25 years vegetarian, and now he done ease back into the meat. Now don't go all the way back over doing threes a day. Going three triple cheeseburgers. I better not see you at Burger King, Daniel. I'm gonna come find you. I see you at Burger King. So you gotta love yourself. But I'm sure you all balanced now. Yeah, you're very balanced now, I'm sure. Um, but yeah, going back to celery juice before we go over into oil pulling is it reduces your risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. It reduces that. It feeds your good bacteria in your gut and boosting your immune system. I mean, that's what you can have your children have that, especially when people are worried about their children going back to school season, starting and all that. So if it haven't already started in your area, that's one thing to boost the immune system. Have that as a morning ritual that we juice and like you can get up and make coffee, you can get up and juice. You juice and hand it to those babies and hand it and drink it yourself. And anybody that's having any ailment, especially the elderly and all, grandmama and them and granddaddy, um, yeah, yeah, you can give that to them. Also, it balances their blood sugar levels. It um it have you to feel full, so you're not eating so much, and it maintains your healthy cholesterol level. It does all of that. That's celery, cheap celery. Celery was 1.99 organic. How can you find anything organic for 1.99? It was on sale. It was regular 2.99. No, it was regular 2.99, and it was on sale for 1.99. And I got like three of them. I got like $6 worth, something like that. Worth of celery. So I'm telling you, you can do it. Daniel said, he said, you're right. I didn't love myself. I changed that though. I can tell you changed that though. I love myself now. But sometimes we have to get off the road to find the road. Sometimes we have to, it's like that little thing that happens when you kind of go over to the shoulders, how you feel that, that little bumpy, feeling. And then what it does, it pulls you back over, where you should, you should go, oh, I got to get it back in the road. And it looked like Daniel, he got himself back in the road. He wasn't loving himself probably for a long time, but he was enjoying it. Because the thing about food are one of the cheapest and easiest state changers. It changes your state. People, that's why when people, they're depressed, they eat. They don't just eat, healthy. They usually, you see it on movies all the time. The woman's depressed. She had a breakup, and she have a big thing of Haagen-Dazs and a spoon, no bowl, just out of the out of the container, just eating it, because it's a state changer. It makes you feel better, and you don't have to do anything but open wide and chew. Like I can do that. I can do that instead of going to the gym, instead of doing, you know, all the other stuff. It's a cheap state changer. But usually, in the way people use it, they end up regretting it. Like, the chocolate shake and, the apple pies and triple cheeseburgers. It tastes good now. It tastes good. Now, you had fun not loving yourself. It felt good. But then you get to a point, you're like, man, what the hell? And you have to get it back in the road. You have to get it back in the road. So, yeah, man, thanks for sharing on that, Daniel. So that's celery juice. Celery juice does a lot. It's cheap. Only thing you have to pay the most for is a juicer. And we pay a lot of stuff for stuff we don't use. How much stuff do you have in your closet right now that you don't use? But you paid like over $60 for it. Don't use it, especially video games for your kids or something like that. Daniel said, not every road is flat. There may be bends and bumps. Yep. Bumps, speed breakers, and all kind of potholes on the journey. Yeah, you right about that. And sometimes it just turns to a flat out dirt road. And then a slippery and wet dirt road with the shoulders right there on the side when you go into the ditch. You're right, brother. Yep. Sometimes it's straight uphill at times. It's all kind of ways. Yep, yep. Life is something, and you know, it definitely is. Um, so now we're gonna go into oil pulling, and I'll tell you a story. Coconut oil pulling. Tell you what happened to me about 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. What happened is I somehow started. It was like an abscess or something, and I brush. I always try to take good, care of my teeth. Go to the dentist, and all that. But anyway, this abscess, it felt like an abscess. I just started. One morning I woke up and I had like I was punched in the mouth. Yeah, it was just swollen like that. That was on a it was on a Friday, I believe. Friday night it started. No, Saturday morning it started, and it was hurting. And we called the dentist, and they're not available until first thing Monday morning. I had an appointment first thing Monday morning. I think it was Friday it happened. Friday night it happened, and then Saturday it just continued to grow. And I do not like taking aspirins. I don't like taking aspirin. I like natural stuff. Yeah, more James. You crazy. He said, we're talking about the road again. He said, I have more. He said, I had more cheese than the Chinese folk. Man, you crazy. In a good way. But anyway, going back to the story, dang, we trip. But anyway, going back to the story, um, it happened Friday night, and it kept growing Saturday. I mean, it was to the point that my eye was about to close. All of this right here was swollen, and it was swollen solid. I mean, like it was swollen, and I was like, okay, we gotta go to the emergency room, right? Okay. Then I was introduced this Asian woman. Um, she told, you know, she told my wife, at the time that why don't you go? Because she was trying to get something. What was she was trying to get? Also, wheatgrass shot. You take wheatgrass shot. What it does is it's a natural like soother for if you have an abscess or anything like that. Because I don't like taking aspirin. Right? I try to find something natural. So anyway, she said, why don't he do some coconut oil pulling? So you have to have virgin coconut oil. Virgin coconut, extra virgin is even wonderful, but virgin coconut oil. You put it in, you take a spoonful of it, you put it in your mouth, and then coconut oil, you know how it melts real quick in your mouth, right? So, anyways, what happened is when you put it in your mouth, you swish it around just like that. You just swish it around in your mouth, just like you gargling or something, Listerine. But you just swish it in your mouth, and then you spit it out in a trash can. You don't put it in your sink because it can clog up your sink, or it can get back cold, clog up your sink, right? So you spit it out in the trash can. Then you get some warm water, and then you swish your mouth again, and then you can spit that out in the sink. Okay? You, you do that. I was doing that 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, night. I was doing it 3 times a day. It was on the weekend, so I can afford to do as much as I can, right? I think I did it 3 or 4 times a day. Did you know? Now it was swollen solid that Saturday. Just And then Sunday, I noticed that Saturday evening the pain started subsiding. And then Sunday it was just swollen, but it was going down a little, but it was not painful anymore. So I kept doing it. They call it oil pulling. I'll tell you in a second after the story. So I kept doing it. Did you know by Monday, my face looked like this? I went to the dentist. They did all they can do on me. And then they was like, now you said it was like this. Now this was the message you left on our machine. They was trying to figure out why I'm there because they couldn't find anything wrong with it. Not a trace, not anything. And they were just perplexed. And they were just looking, let me look at it again. Let me do this. Let me do that. They were totally perplexed. They just they never heard of it. So I introduced my own dentist to oil pulling, him and his nurse, all his nurses, his dental assistants. They came in, all of them was in the room like, really? That's a miracle, stuff like that, right? So I'm telling you, it works, it works, it works. So let me tell you what the benefits of it, why they call it oil pulling. What you're doing is you're pulling the toxins out of your mouth, your tongue, and all around your mouth. A lot of stuff go through it, food and all that stuff. A lot of toxins get trapped in the saliva in your mouth, right? So what the oil does is it goes in, and while you're swishing it around your mouth, and it's touching your gums, the top of your mouth, your teeth, it's washing through all of that, your tongue, under your tongue, and everything, right? What it does, it traps the toxins in the oil. That's what they call it, oil pulling. It pulls the toxins out, and the toxins get stuck in the oil. And then what you do is spit it out. So all that got stuck. That all that swelling and everything that happened got stuck. I mean, they took X-rays, everything to me. So I have confirmation on that. I can tell you my doctor, my dentist, because he was like, "What?" You know. Um, so he had a pen and a pad taking notes for me. I should have billed him. But anyway, what it does is pull the toxins out of your mouth. Now, that can save your teeth from having cavities. It can save your teeth from, and also not just pull the toxin out of your mouth. It also, when you do your research, it also strengthens your gums. So you know how you have bleeding gums? If you flossing all the time and you may have your gums bleed, it strengthens your gums as well. And also it's whitening your teeth. Like a lot of times people go to the dentist and they get that little shiny thing and they put it in their mouth. What that does is strip the enamel around your teeth because they strip a layer. When they strip a layer off, it's a whiter layer up under it. Make sense? Okay. So if you're drinking coffee all the time, you may want to oil pull to keep your teeth white, as well as celery juice. Okay. So what it does is strengthen. It gives back instead of take away. It gives back. It takes the toxins out of your mouth, all from the top of your mouth, under your tongue, in your tongue, around your gums, in between your teeth. It pulls it, it traps it, and pulls it out, and then you spit it out. Okay, and then you wash your mouth out with warm water, and then you spit that in the sink. Okay, You do start making a morning ritual of that. Like, for example, if you shower in the morning, what you can do is just get a spoonful of coconut oil. That's what I used to do. Get a spoonful of coconut oil, put it in my mouth, and then while I'm showering, I'm swishing around. I'm swishing around. So I'm gonna get at least 10 to 15 minutes of it, at least that, of that. Swishing it around, and then I get out and I spit it in the trash can in the bathroom. Or, if I get dressed with it in my mouth, I spit it in the kitchen, but I spit it in the trash can. And then usually, in the bathroom, I usually spit it in the trash can, full exposure, and rinse my mouth out with warm water. And then I brush my teeth after that. I brush my teeth. And then, I go and start my day, go in the kitchen and get my celery juice and my warm lemon water. Start my day. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't have time for that. If you have time to stop and get you some, at a fast food joint on the way to work every morning, that's your morning ritual, where you have time for that. We always find time for ourselves when we really want to. We find time to do the things that we want to do. Why don't we find time to invest in ourselves? Cheap stuff like that. Like for me, go to Costco and get the extra coconut oil. It's a big thing of it for like $10, and it lasts for months. Maybe like it may last you 6 months. A big thing of coconut oil, and then you can cook with it, and you can cook with it as well as you can you know do your oil pulling with it. But that's why it's called oil pulling. It turns into an oil when you put it in your mouth. It's coconut oil, and the oil, it pulls the toxins out by trapping the toxins in your mouth, and when you spit it out, it's pulling it out. you know Makes sense. It does all of that. So this stuff that we can have a better immune system with celery juice, cheap stuff, it's cheap and practical. Only thing that may cost you, but it's an investment, is a juicer. And you can get that under $100. Usually you can get it under $80, maybe around 60, something like that. Maybe cheaper than that now. Because that was like when I got that celery, when I got that oil, that juicer, it was because that was like maybe 5 years ago, maybe longer. It was maybe like 50 or $60, something like that. It wasn't super expensive. I think I had it longer than that. No, we had it when it was in Smyrna, when I lived in Smyrna. Yeah, it was about 8 years ago. No, it's been a long time, and it was like $60 then. $60 something. It's probably a lot cheaper now, and that thing worked. That's why I say Bentonville, it works good. It cleans pretty fast, and it works good. So, and you can find all type of juicing recipes and stuff like that, that you can juice to add to your life. Because ginger is another good thing to juice ginger. It helps. And so those are the two things that I wanted to cover tonight. Anybody else have anything that they wanted to share, and um, with remedies and stuff that they use to help their bodies? That's cheap, practical, makes sense. It's something that you don't have to do a whole lot, you know. Um, they, Daniel said, and if you didn't do that, they would have gave you something for the infection and would have waited to work on it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It gave you something for and waited to work on it. Yep, yep. So, but yeah, my dentist, he was perplexed. He was like, do you have a hypochondriac problem? I mean, do you just like coming to the doctor? you know, you just like come in and sit in dentist chairs and for no reason, you know. But he couldn't find a thing, and he was just listening to the story of how it started Friday evening, around this time, and how it really blew up that Saturday, and how it started going down on that Saturday night, going into that Sunday, and then Monday it was completely gone, not a trace. I mean, they really thoroughly went through my mouth, and they just tapping on things. Do this hurt? Do you feel it here? Do you feel it there? Do you any pain? Are you sure? You know, stuff like that. And then he just like, I don't know. I don't. You got me on that. So he got out his pen and pad and was like, tell me about it so I can teach my people. Just little practical stuff like that. Oil pulling. It whitens your mouth. It whitens your teeth, rather. It whitens your teeth. It pulls the toxins out of your mouth and makes it all healthy up here. And then celery juice. It just strengthens your whole immune system. You know, help with weight loss because you feel more full. You won't eat as much. Um, it balances your blood sugar. It put good bacteria. It helps the good bacteria in your gut. And we have a lot of stuff in our gut. So we eat a lot of gross modified foods. It's not really food. It is modified food. I mean, it's not real food. It's not live food. So um, give your gut a gut check. Help your gut by drinking celery juice in the morning. On my Facebook page, you probably see me with a picture. I mean, not a picture, but a glass of celery juice, green juice. You see in my hand. My glass. I was juicing celery, trying to get other people to just be nosy enough to check on it, because we have a lot of people with autoimmune disease, like how Lisa said, and we're drinking stuff like coffee that has a lot of toxins in it, and people get addicted to it because they cook the beans so much that they take all the healthy stuff out of it. But if you're gonna drink your coffee, fine, but just balance it out with something that's gonna take away from it. So you got the fulfillment of the coffee without all the crap. Make any sense? Because you got something to balance it out. So you find yourself even Steven. But if you can just go on a fast, like a celery juice fast, like every morning, I'm just gonna cut coffee out for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks in the morning, I'm cut coffee out and just drink celery juice. Just give yourself a celery. You can eat food, after that, but celery juice, and just don't eat anything, and hot lemon water, and don't eat anything, no breakfast, just don't eat anything. That's your fast. You start at lunch. You start eating at lunch. So you just have a breakfast fast, you know. You have a breakfast fast and you start eating at lunch. Just give yourself 10 days of that, just 2 weeks of it, just to get your body a head start on getting the immune system right. You know, yeah. Because doctors are in the drug. Yep. I forgot to put it up there. I'm reading it so fast. He said, because the doctors are in the drug companies and want to sell you as many drugs as they can, and all that in your stomach is not good. Exactly. It's not good. It's not good. And that's you taking that from someone that basically lost a person. He knows. I'm sure you done did a lot of research and go 25 years as a vegetarian and weighed 350 pounds and lost 150 pounds in 1 year. He lost a whole human in 1 year, or a really big dog, he lost in 1 year. You know, this from someone that knows, that doctors, they want to just give you a pill. He started eating live foods as well to strengthen himself, because we have, I mean, so much. I mean, it's a shame when I was growing up, it was just called food. Now you got an organic food or a grocery modified food, it's all this stuff. What happened to this good food? Now, the produce section have the organic section, they have the regular section and all this stuff. And I guess I grew up in the country, so uh, there was a lot of farmer stuff, local farmers that put their goods out there, and it was natural. He said, I lost a Backstreet Boy. Yeah, that's Rowan. He said, I lost a Backstreet Boy. He lost a whole Backstreet Boy. Yeah, 150 pounds. Yeah, you lost one of them. But it feels damn good now. It feels good. I'm sure you have like, you ought to, I'm sure you done did that picture, like side by side picture, like this how it was, and this how I am now. This how I was, and this how I am now. That's, just to encourage someone that 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 were in the shoes now that you were in. They in that 350-pound shoe, and they looking for someone because everyone's saying you can do it, but they never been 350 pounds. It's hard to write a prescription for a pain that you don't know nothing about, but you can say, hey, I can write that, this, prescription. This is what you do because this is what I did because I was once you. You know what I mean? So, that can help others. Thank you, Daniel. That can help others. 350 pounds, he lost 150. Man, he took some action. I mean, that's serious, self-love. That's, coming to a point that no, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And they showed that he loved it so much he kept going for 25 years. These days people don't even live that long, So that's wonderful. So I am going to just go ahead and sign off on that. I appreciate Daniel and everyone that watched and participated as well as Lisa. Um, but that's something that I promised that I would bring up because people were messaging me about what's the deal about celery juice. You said you're going to talk about celery juice. When you want to talk about the celery juice? Because I mentioned it in passing the other day on a live, and it caught their attention. So people are asking about it, and I said, I will speak about it and deliver. So I'm doing that. I'm being, keeping my word. And I hope you're able to share this, like and share this with someone that can use it, someone that can help. I mean, people on your Facebook page, they may have kids and they're looking for something besides a shot on in the arm for immune system, to help their immune system, which most likely maybe have a side effect. But they're looking for something natural that won't break the bank. You know, you can afford celery. Usually people can afford celery, right? Organic celery. Um, that's not, they haven't jumped that price up in the organic section yet. So, but something that's practical, that's usable, that people can do to help their kids, when they're going to school around other kids, especially young kids, and they sneezing and wiping their nose like this and stuff. Um, and people are fearful. They're scared and they're trying to find answers. So this is something I wanted to just take a break from the norm and speak about health and not just any type of health that it costs $400 to be able to get this, but no, it's celery, y'all. It doesn't cost that much. And then, like for example, at Costco, the coconut oil, you can get that for like I think it's $9.99 or $10.99, but it's a big tub, of it. It's gonna last a long time, you know. And then usually at the grocery store, maybe like $6, $7, something like that. That's why I go to Costco because I'm like, well, if I go up $3 more, I can get like 10 times as much. So I'll just get it from there. But just practical stuff that we can add to our life that they're not telling you about. But do your research on it first, and you'll see that it's true. And then it just strengthen your faith and your belief to go out and get it. Because shoot, your grandmama, your mama, or someone that you know and love that they're struggling, with their immune system right now, and stuff like that that goes right over our head. We didn't know anything about it. If it was the 1st of June, I didn't know anything about it until mid-June. I found out about it, and I was like, why they don't tell us this? But it's a reason, big pharma. So I'm just popping on to just say it is some practical things that's affordable for, if not all of us, because all of us usually can afford celery. And coconut oil is under $10, so you can get that too. And the only big thing is, is if you don't have a juicer. That's the only big thing. You don't need a juicer for coconut oil, but for the celery, if you don't have a juicer, it just be an investment that's I'm sure it's under $70. Probably under $60, but um, you're not worth it. People get shoes that are $200, but that wears out. But we don't get stuff that you can add to our life and keep it. Like that juicer. I had that for like 7 or 8 years, something like that, and it was like maybe $60, an easy investment. Daniel says this right quick. Put it up there. Dale. You can tell the alcoholic to stop drinking, but they have to want to do. They have to want to do it for themselves. You know, you're right. You can tell them to stop, but they gotta want it for themselves. The same thing with the smoker. You know, they have to want it for themselves. You know. But anyway, thanks Daniel again. I'm gonna sign off, but like and share this one with someone. I'm sure someone, they may have an elderly person or just, the young kids or themselves that they can use to, they can always better themselves and build up their immune systems and have their life better at a practical price, that makes sense. Okay. So everything I named, if you got it all together today, it would be under $100. It would be under probably $80. It'd be under $80 for everything. So anyway, probably less than that, maybe 70. But we're gonna sign off. Thank you guys. Share this on your Facebook page. And if you haven't liked the page, that I don't like the page, so you can, and hit the notification as well. So anytime I'm on, it'll notify you and say, hey, okay, this guy be giving some good stuff. Okay. All right, appreciate you. Everybody, thanks again, Daniel, Lisa, and everybody that watched. Thank you so much. I hope this added value to your daily routine, your daily life, or someone that you love or know. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now. Uh-oh. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.